Just as long as we can see the
comments. No, give me a second there.
Thank you, Grammy.
Is that better?
Yes. All right.
Woo!
Hi there, guys. Welcome to the Hairy Scary Hangover. Let us know if you can hear us and see us okay.
Can you smell us?
Michelle says, hi, y'all, from Rocky Mountain, North Carolina. Very cool.
Rocky Mountain, North Kakalaki. You know, I stayed in Gastonia, North Carolina for a little bit.
Ah.
Yeah, land of kudzu.
Kudzu?
That's right.
What's a kudzu?
Kudzu is a plant that grows everywhere down there.
Oh, yeah?
It covers everything. Telephone lines, whole valleys, right?
Is it like a vine?
It is a big, it looks like a big ivy leaf. It's huge.
Oh, I may have seen those before. I just didn't know what they were called.
Kudzu. Yeah,
kudzu.
That's right.
Well, I did pick up, speaking of plants, and there is, I guess it's native to Ohio and Indiana, called a pawpaw tree. And I guess it tastes like a banana and a mango. So I did get seeds to plant our own pawpaw trees here at the Erie Cemetery.
Did you plant one yet, or a couple?
I planted one seed in a pot to see if it'll grow like indoors first.
Now, how big do these trees get?
I guess they get up to 30 feet tall.
No kidding.
Yeah. So and I guess they taste good. People like them, but it's just a weird like. I never knew what they were.
Pawpaw tree.
A pawpaw tree. A pawpaw plant.
Dubes
the more
is
you
here.
know, right?
All right, Dubes, what's up, brother? I'm just going to adjust the screen so I don't have to, like, rattle around. All right.
Schultz is here.
Schultz! I know nothing. Okay, so Jim
Al
Schultz
says Ohio deliciousness.
It is. I never had a pawpaw. I don't know what that is. A papaw. So there's Jim Schultz's contribution to the show.
Right
the
there.
Frozen Ghost over here, right? You see that mask?
That
pretty
awesome
sweet.
mask.
That was actually, he used it in a Super 8 millimeter film he made as a kid that we have to watch. Actually, we could probably show some. He said we could show some of those on our show.
I would love to see that.
Yeah, we have to pull those down and show them. Maybe next week we'll do some kind of fun indie stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of go back to some shorts and things like that.
And then we have Yorick right here.
That thing.
That's from...
Pick that thing up for a second.
Let's see if I can... Oh, it's heavy.
Give me this sucker. This is because it's plaster au Paris or France or wherever it's from.
Yeah, this is like a heavy plaster skull, and his name is Yorick, and Joe Outlaw from the Federation. The Trekkers, the Cleveland Trekkers gave us.
He bequeathed this to us now. But the cool thing, see, what y'all don't know about this skull, okay?
And we talked about this
before.
before.
But not everybody's...
But not
everyone... You act like everyone knows everything that we've done since day one. They don't.
Some of them do.
Who cares? But, but not all of them do.
Right,
so chill a minute, okay?
Okay, you can talk.
This is something to talk. We got an hour to kill here, honey. All right, so check this skull out. It's pretty neat, huh? This thing reeks of sulfur, okay? It smells like... because they use, I guess, the gypsum that's in the plaster au Paris.
Yeah, it almost smells like a matchbook.
It smells like a matchbook, yes.
Yeah.
But now, that's not all there is this thing can do. But check this out. In the bottom of the base of this thing, there is some sort of can, okay, stuck in the middle of this.
Yeah,
and
it's weird.
When we shake it, listen, because they can hear this door open over here. They can hear. Listen, close. Can y'all hear that?
It rattles.
It sounds like
there's something in there.
And it sounds like different sizes of things, like teeth.
Maybe bits of bone.
Bigger. If it's sand or dust. They're different sizes of granule. It's not the same kind of granule. There's huge pieces.
It sounds like there's different sized pieces in there rattling.
And this almost looks like the top of like a rubber cement can, like it's been sealed and then embedded into the skull. And we don't know what it is.
It's the oddest thing, but hey, I mean, it seems like it belongs here, right?
Now, I only opened it once or twice and made tea out of whatever was in there.
Oh, Grim.
And it was pretty good. No,
don't ever open that.
Yeah, we've never opened it yet, but
we've had people tell us it could be a demon. It could be ashes or something.
Smell like matches, like a matchbook.
We don't know. It's a mystery.
It's a dried brain. Hey, you know what? We don't know yet. No one's been able to tell us exactly what it is.
Yeah, we have never received like a good explanation.
But it's pretty darn cool, and thank you so much, Joe Outlaw, for bestowing that upon us. We love it. We'll keep it forever.
Ray says it came from hell.
What didn't, Sort of this current situation, okay, we're living in.
I guess so.
No, I have a dried brain up here. It doesn't rattle as loud.
I thought yours was hollow.
I just don't have a brain.
If I only had a brain.
A paint can.
A paint can.
That's my theme song, by the way, if I only had a brain.
All right, guys. So I had a few ideas in mind for tonight's topic, but I know we do go off topic and people ask questions and talk and things.
And to quote Butt Week, that is okay.
And that's okay with us.
That's right.
So I found some fun YouTube, channels or uploads of Kmart radio from the 80s and 90s, and then there's even some Kmart jingles from the 70s. And I don't know.
This is what's beautiful about the internet.
It has a great, I was listening to the one from 1992, and the little ads and jingles are just fun to listen to.
So let me say, first and foremost, what's great about the internet, okay? The greatness of the internet, beyond all the cool stuff, obviously, that it can teach people here and there, whatever, right? But the cool thing is that it's this, and everyone calls it feeding the beast. This thing is a voracious entity that is ready for all of these things that have ever been recorded on video, videotape, 8mm.
It's a way for people to archive all that.
Audio. It doesn't even matter what it is. It is definitely a repository for all of those things. Mm-hmm. And all these things are coming up. Who would even think to do that? So, okay, all stores, most stores, for a long, long time, usually get either piped in music, mm-hmm. or the stores will receive cassette tapes, and recently the CDs, because, like in the mall, like A&E, like American Eagle.
Yeah, like they would replay it.
If you go to thrift stores and stuff like that, you can find, if you look through the CD bins, you'll find like...
those promotional CDs.
Those compilations that they would play in the American Eagle stores and whatever stores.
Yeah.
So, but before all that, they would exist on cassette tapes, and the stores would have a cassette player, obviously, and a PA system, and they would play this stuff, and it would have ads and music and all this kind of stuff. So someone brilliantly had some of these tapes, specifically from Kmart.
I love the one, because they'll play little jingles about their photo lab and film developing.
Right. Someone uploaded
and I'm
this
just
audio.
like, oh, I remember all that.
So it's all like, and now even more, now that you can't go anywhere, that kind of stuff is ultra nostalgic,
well,
right?
and years ago, when I was a young mummy, I worked at a Kmart, so it's, yeah.
Did you listen to Walmart radio?
No.
Too much country music?
Walmart radio was too much country music.
I'm just joking.
Yeah.
And maybe it was. I don't know.
Yeah, like the people...
This banana, I have to put it in the right place because it looks too kind of like, I don't know, bang. I'm scared and excited too.
Watch where you put that banana, Grimm. Oh, we have a special guest star.
We got Louie jumping and chiming in.
We have a Louie. What are the comments? Can you read one of them?
I can read all of them. Someone is jamming the Kmart radio. I think some people saw the post that you shared.
Yeah, I did share it on my regular Facebook.
And Albert says, Medaleski says, archive.org is that's a rabbit hole and a half. Okay?
Oh, archive.org has a lot of great things.
Archive.org is not a rabbit hole, it's a black hole. Okay, you get lost in that forever, but it's cool. I mean, that's a good thing.
No, Louie, you can't eat the eyeballs.
Denny's they play the same 5 songs.
No.
Now, yeah, there are some places, I don't even know what they use to rotate the music. But, no, that's not Earl, that's Louie.
That's a Louie. Hey, Louie, come here, buddy. Boop.
Yeah, Kmart was
Bye, Louie.
The cool thing about Kmart, it's almost like all those other stores from the way deep past, before most of us were even born, until we were all born and kind of lived that stuff. No matter what town you go into, even what country, because we found a Woolworth in Germany.
Yeah.
A few years ago.
In 2014, when we were in Germany, there was a Woolworth that looked exactly like...
And smelled like it, too.
Yes, like the plastic smell, and they would have, like...
That building, it was really weird.
They even had, like, the escalator that would take you downstairs.
Yes, they had the downstairs.
It looked like it was just stuck in time. It was so cool.
So, now, to make this conversation tonight relevant, because we're going to talk about tonight, some... department stores, but...
So, retro department stores, but to give it the horror movie, the Monster Kid twist, we can talk about Halloween displays. Ooh. Halloween stuff that we would find at these department stores.
And we discussed that earlier today. The first thing that popped into my mind, speaking of Woolworth, was Woolworth department store. Man, for me, going downtown Woolworths, because that's where the Woolworths was when I grew up, downtown Cleveland. Because on my street, in the neighborhood I grew up in, we had SS Kresge, which was kind of related to Kmart.
SpongeBob and pants.
Some
parakeets. Yes.
Well, okay, let me tell you.
But let's Grimm finish his story.
So, if you're talking about the Halloween aspect of it, all right? So, there was nothing like, as a young monkey back in the 70s and 80s, going down to Woolworths.
Aww.
Going to Woolworths, walking in that front door, and then going down the escalators. And at the end of the escalators was the golden light and all those Ben Cooper costumes stacked up. I can see this like it was yesterday.
Oh, how cool.
And whatever was there, it was all the new batch of stuff that they had out there at the time. Every year there was a new offering. I mean, they had everything. They had everything from Fred Flintstone masks to Alien, from the Alien movies.
But those costumes weren't made of the best quality. It was like a vinyl smock, like a plastic vest,
right, and then
with like that really thin mask.
The mask was like a blow molded, like a vac formed plastic.
Right, and then it would have that really thin like rubber band in the back.
Right, that would always break and it was stapled on. Yeah,
halfway through trick or treating.
And those masks, what I remember about those masks specifically was they would have some eye holes, nose holes, and then like a little mouth hole poked in there. And I remember sticking my tongue through that mouth hole and hearing the crunching of the taste buds as they kind of crunched through the mask. Anyone remember? And the smell of your saliva in the mask, it was a really weird thing. And kind of like what I'm experiencing right now.
The inside of the mask would be all gross.
Yeah, but you know.
Yeah,
But we loved it.
But it was fun.
And I remember when the masks, I mean the smocks were not flame retardant. They had to point it out. Hey, this one, if it catches on fire, you won't burn up. You won't go from a Smurf to the Human Torch.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, you'll be a Smurf all night if someone lights a match.
And then if you grew up in colder climates like here in Cleveland, you know, usually in October it's cold. Yeah. So then when you go trick-or-treating, you have your costume, you're all proud that you have it. But it's like, oh, your mom made you wear a coat over it.
Hey, John Biggin says the plastic would cut your tongue. That would do that too. If the plastic would split a little bit, it would cut your tongue. And hey, Al Martin said, love my Godzilla one. I think I had a Rodan one.
Rodan? They made a Rodan costume?
They did. They made a Godzilla one, which I remember very well. I don't
remember that
but
one.
I think I got the Rodan one. I was partial to the flying things as a kid. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, your face would sweat and you kind of... Okay, Ben Cooper. That's what he's talking about.
Yeah, I remember like the Star Wars ones, the Strawberry Shortcake.
Yeah.
I sold one on eBay, a Casper the Ghost, a vintage Casper the Friendly Ghost Ben Cooper costume. And it was from 1972.
Now, where's my Stormtrooper one? Is it in there?
I could go get it.
Go get it.
Okay.
I thought we brought it down here. So check this out.
I did too. I forgot.
So my good friend Johnny Wise for my birthday one year got me a mask and costume, a Ben Cooper one that I had as a kid because I have even a photograph with it. Wearing this particular. Is it in there?
It is. I'm bringing it over.
Cool.
So
all right. So check this out. And there's one too.
And then I have a mask. This is like a cat one, probably from the 70s. But I love the colors on it.
But this has the Kmart stamp on it, which is still as good.
Ah, Kmart, yeah.
Oh, look at this. Remember these boxes, everybody? Come on. How awesome. Thank you, Johnny, for getting me this. I'll never give it. This might even be buried with me one day. But I was a proud owner as a young ape. I love the Stormtroopers. And, you know, curiously enough, even kids nowadays, that's how I feel it. I'm good.
Okay.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, just don't rip that box.
I'm not gonna.
Okay.
But kids, even now, when they redid all the Star Wars movies, all I ever want to be is a Stormtrooper,
do you want me to Vanna it for you? Okay. I just don't want the mask to fall out. They're very fragile.
There's the vinyl, right? And look, this is already to cut my tongue. Look at that. Oh, I remember wearing this as a kid. That smell of my spit as I went through the night running around the neighborhood,
and then
getting candy from strangers. Don't step on my lines.
Okay, sorry.
So yeah, so
don't,
the box is already has a tear in it. That's okay.
Okay.
Though. I got it. These hands are very gruff, but they're very gentle, as you should already know. This one was cool.
says you opened the box. OMG.
No, it was
already open.
These were cool because it came with a smock, but it had the pants attached to it. If you could see the white pants, the shiny white. I remember the nylon pants. I loved them.
Oh, that's funny.
But this is some good. Thank you, Johnny, again for getting me this several years ago for my birthday. This is a keeper. I love this thing. What's it say on the back? You could be
Ben Cooper costume feature.
Ooh, features.
Ooh, it's flame retardant.
Told you.
All fabrics in this costume comply with the U.S. Flammable Fabrics Act, and in addition, treated to retard flame.
We set many children on fire
to figure
it out.
Washing removes flame retardancy. Non-toxic. Ben Cooper costumes and masks are decorated with non-toxic materials.
There you go.
Vision. All Ben Cooper masks have extra large eye holes for better vision.
I thought you could say vision, all bets are off.
Masks are flame-proof as well as ventilated. Mask fasteners. All Ben Cooper masks have mask elastics permanently attached. No sharp points. But they don't last. That elastic breaks.
No sharp points except for the mouth area.
Yeah, except for cutting your tongue off.
So there you go, folks. Proof positive that when we talk about Ben Cooper and all these old things that we love, we have them. We have proof. There you go. I'll put this to the side gingerly. Oh, okay. What else we got in here? This is an interactive program.
Let's read the comments.
No, hey, look, John Big is non-toxic, so you can eat it. I'm getting hungry.
There you go.
Look at this shirt. Isn't this awesome?
Yes, it is.
Woohoo!
It is. We have those up on Teespring, guys.
We can show that.
And
here, you know.
for those, I forgot to mention this earlier. For those of you tuning into our YouTube,
Turning into what?
For those turning into fans, if they keep watching. For those of you tuning into our YouTube that have no idea what the heck is going on, maybe you just happen to find us on the web. Oh, and there's our T-shirts.
What were you saying? Are you going to go back to the cam?
Yeah, just for a sec.
Yeah, no problem.
We are the Mummy and the Monkey.
That's what we are.
We are characters that host classic horror films.
I thought they thought we were the giraffe and the crankshaft.
What?
Nothing. Okay.
We host classic horror films and cheesy monster movies on our Facebook page, and our Facebook page is The Mummy and the Monkey. We usually stream live on most Friday nights, and then we have an after party, the Hairy Scary Hangover, here on our YouTube channel.
That's what you're watching now.
And then we also have another playlist on the channel called Monster Hustle that talks about stuff with eBay, eBay selling.
Yeah, we do some eBay reselling as our counterparts. Which look very much not like this, but you know.
That look more human.
More like this over here.
Yeah. Anyway. So, cool. We could go back to the show.
Okay, so if you would like to order some stuff, we have merchandise if you would like to, and we would love you to. Order some stuff from now until May what?
From now until May 8th,
okay,
you can get 15% off of your order using the coupon code GRIM15.
On Teespring.
On Teespring.
So check it out. You got your choice of this shirt, which is a brand new one, but we have that. And we also have a bunch of other stuff.
Torgo Bell and What the Buck.
Yeah, and if you don't want any of that stuff, we have more Mummy and the Monkey stuff. Oh, we don't have that. All right, we do have that. Where's my Teespring?
You just shared it.
That's Ghosty. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
So if you go to Teespring and check out the Mummy and the Monkey, the link at the bottom.
We have T-shirts, kids shirts, ladies tank tops,
pillows,
hoodies, sweatshirts, pillows, fleece blankets,
maybe
and
some mugs too.
We even have mugs on there.
That's right.
And different designs, like that's our classic design right there.
This all stuff is print to order. Obviously, we don't have enough cashola to warehouse all this stuff.
Well, and right now it's not like we could sell that in person anyway. So.
That's right. And if you're into some old school Northeast Ohio stuff, Grimm Gorri, the monkey here, put together a Teespring page called Ghosty, a little shop, a store, if you will. And it has a bunch of stuff that I remember. And this is a smattering of it. There's more on there if you go. But I have stuff that represents the old defunct businesses from Cleveland, Ohio, from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Mm-hmm. No longer in business, but we got Pick and Paste, Ohio, 8 All Night from Channel 8. Kenny King, Zare, Gold Circle, and many, many more. Grey Drug, Red Barn, yeah. So if you want to catch some of that, check out Ghosty on Teespring.
Very cool.
And pick you up, sell some cool merch. All right.
Can we go over to the comments, Grim?
We can.
Because I'm seeing a lot of comments. That's awesome, guys.
It is. We love you guys talking to us, okay?
Every appearance is personal.
Any personal appearances coming up. Yeah, every 10 p.m. on Friday nights on Facebook Live. We'll be here.
Right. For the time being, we're not making any convention appearances.
Thank you, Catherine.
Because a lot of things, obviously, with the craziness going on, a lot of it's up in the air right now, meaning, we want people to get healthy and get better, and we don't want to give germs to anyone else, and so we have to keep our mummies safe and Mama Monkey safe.
Okay, so Eric Pickle has a really good question. No Lawsons. Well, okay, so that is definitely on the list. But
Lawson still exists.
Lawson is still a corporate entity in Japan.
Just not in the United States. They have stores all throughout Japan.
Right. Now, I might be able to find a logo that they're not using, because right now in Japan, they do have Lawson's convenience stores. They really do. And
they do,
They're using the old Western block type with the milk bottle as our logo. Even though a lot of Japanese patrons don't even know what that is. They don't. We heard an NPR story where they talked to people in Japan. They were like, they didn't know what it was. They just liked the store. They didn't care.
The Lawson's, the Lawson's store, it's like a little convenience store. I guess they have like packaged foods, like stuff that you could just buy, and like quick food, snacks, things like that.
Does anyone remember Hill's department store? Dude,
Hill's
I have
is where the toys are.
Yeah, we show that commercial, a Christmas commercial on our Christmas show sometimes.
Yeah.
I have an actual authentic Hill's t-shirt I found. White t-shirt, red Hill's logo from the thrift store. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I loved the Hill's store. And you would walk in and you would smell popcorn and they had slushies.
So back to the topic, right?
Yeah, so we're going back to the topic, the department stores.
Right.
And Hill's would have the big toy book, that big toy catalog every year. And I would go through and like circle the stuff that I wanted.
Yes.
They had, they had all the Nintendo games, the Barbies, the G.I. Joes, all that
You're talking about
stuff.
the aisles, but see, this monkey goes back a little further than you. And I remember going to a place called Uncle Bill's. Now, the one I went to, though, was kind of next to a Pick and Pay. It was the same building.
Wow.
And it was split. So you had Pick and Pay, which is a grocery store, before Walmart combined everything. You know, stores like that just said, hey, let's combine grocery and hardware and everyday stuff into one store. But before all that, you had to go to two different things usually. So we had Pick and Pay on one end, Uncle Bill's, which was a department store, in the on the other end. So Pick and Pay was a grocery store. But in the center, in the 80s, in the early 80s, guess what came out? Video games. Not the ones you play at home.
Like Atari?
But the good old-fashioned...
The arcade machines.
The arcade kiosks.
Yeah, the arcades.
So we would go into, young humans or men or people or beings, and we would go into the middle. You walk into the front, the facade of the store, you would right away smell icy machine, popcorn, and pretzel machines, right?
And Teen Spirit.
But also now, on the back wall or on the front wall by the windows, there'd be all the vending machines too, with all the quarter and dime machines.
Like the claw machines?
No, before all that.
Oh, okay.
They're just the capsule machines, right, where you can get like rubber monsters and jigglers and stuff like that. That's worth a lot of money now. Nickel machines and dime machines, right? So you go in there with you get the little capsule with the cool monsters and stickers.
Oh, like your bubble gum or your little toys.
Yeah, the bubble gum machines, the toy machines.
Yeah.
And right in
now
front of
they're
that,
like quarter machines or something. Yeah.
No, dollar machines now.
Oh.
But back then they were a nickel, dime, and quarter. And then, but then the cool thing were all the video games. So you'd hear Donkey Kong mixed with Pac-Man, mixed with Asteroids, mixed with
that's awesome.
Congo Bongo.
Congo Bongo.
Zaxxon, right? Star Castle. I remember those particular games available to play right there.
Did they have Dragon's Lair?
They not in Uncle Bill's and Pick and Pay. That was at the mall. When you went to the mall, they had two levels.
The mall.
The mall has it all. Now the mall, like in Cleveland, there was Randall Park Mall, was a huge mall in the in the 70s and early 80s, and they had two levels, right?
See, I remember Euclid Square Mall.
Every mall had two levels, and they had an arcade on each level. That's where you find Dragon's Lair. Now that game cost at least $1 to play. Yeah,
Dragon's Lair I remember cost more because it was a laser disc game. It was like an all new technology, and that game
animation.
It was animated, but it was on like video disc, laser disc.
It was classic cell animation, that way they draw paint.
Don Bluth.
Yeah, Don Bluth cell animation.
Yeah,
but you would choose like if he would go left or right, that type of thing.
Yeah.
And it would depending on which direction he would go.
And most of the time, you'd turn into a skeleton and die.
Yeah, it was
lose
hard,
your dollar.
but it would cost $1.
Yeah.
But does they remember?
Eric says, "Grandpa, what's a mall?"
Let me tell you there, kiddos.
Back in my day.
I remember. Does anyone remember Crazy Climber?
I remember.
That's a great game.
I've heard of that one.
And then
I don't think I've played that one.
But back in the day too, they would have standalone arcades. They would just call it like there was a couple of them. I think the one where I grew up was called Arcade 2000. Ooh, 2000 back in the 80s.
In the year 2000.
The early 80s. The 2000s is so far away.
The Late Late Horse Show's here. Hey there, Dino.
What up, dog?
Loved Parmatown Mall in the 80s.
Man, awesome. I tell you, it's a whole different culture, right?
And Lofty says, hit the like button. Thank you, Lofty Moose. Yeah, if you like what you see, if you like chatting with us, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It really does help support it, so thank you.
Oh, Eric Pickle says he has the Crazy Climber. That game was cool.
Wow.
I like that game. No fire button. It was just 2 buttons you go up and down with. Like, this guy's climbing a building, right? People are dropping flower pots and birds are pooping on your head. It was a pretty cool game.
I remember Burger Time.
Burger Time was good.
Burger Time is fun.
Berserk.
Yeah.
I think this is a guy
Centipede. Now this is going to be like a video game discussion.
Centipede, Millipede, Galaga, Galaxian.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Galaga was awesome. Galaga's really good. Really,
Elevator
really good.
action. I remember that one.
But the whole department store thing, the Halloween displays were always something to look forward to.
Oh, Phoenix!
And
that was a good movie.
They still are.
That was a good game. I forgot about Phoenix.
Phoenix?
It was a little bit
What's
like
that
Galaga.
one?
Yeah, I got to show it to you. Rampage was a little bit later, but I remember that. Zaxxon.
Mm-hmm.
What was that one? Xevious was another good one, too.
Well, that one was tough.
Xevious, it was the spaceship, right?
Yeah, and it was like, was that the one where you were kind of
come fly
spinning around?
Yeah, I love Xevious.
Yeah, that's a tougher one.
The ones I didn't like were what was that one with Tempest?
Tempest, I didn't like.
That was a hard one.
Yeah, I didn't like that game. James, you remember the arcade at Pearl and Brook Park Road?
No, I was. Yes, I do. That was. Yeah.
Was that near Coconuts?
Yes, it was. It was where the old Coconuts.
I
that
do
was
remember the one near Coconuts.
Yes.
And then there used to be a video game store in that
I never
same
went to that though.
shopping plaza called It's About Games, and they had. You would walk in and there was like a 5-foot tall big Mario statue. And I always wanted that statue, but they told me it wasn't for sale.
It's funny because Mario is such a big thing, but he first appeared in Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
We will play that. That's a tough game.
Do you know Mario's original name?
Jacob.
Jumpman.
Jumpman.
Mario was originally called Jumpman.
Yeah, Pac-Man. The funny thing about this is, I think, turning into video games.
Now we're turning into
Which is fine because that's a really.
I was trying to steer it back, and then you were still.
Well,
that's okay.
We can go back though because we can talk about this again. This is still a meaty subject. So let's try to take this subject back to department stores in the 70s and 80s and 90s, right?
Yeah, and the Halloween displays. Maybe there's a Halloween decoration you remember. So. One that sticks out in my mind throughout the 80s and 90s, when I was a younger little mummy, that ghost sound effect, do you remember that? Where you would have that thing. Yes, almost every light up thing or Halloween decoration that made noise did that noise.
We had one hanging on our door.
It was like,
yeah, that's more like that. That's it. It was the same sound, yeah.
And it was like it was very repetitive, you know.
We used that in one of our Halloween specials.
We did because that noise, I mean, I just remember that so much. You would go trick-or-treating and you would hear that.
Yeah, China came up with that. That was Halloween.
It was some like cheap
they put
Halloween
that
sound.
In every sound chip that came out in any Halloween
I guess it was supposed to be the sound of a ghost. Or something going, ooh.
Look, Al Martin spelled it out perfectly. Ooh, ooh.
Yeah.
I think he has the right amount of O's there.
Do you guys remember that?
I think they do.
Like a verbal theremin. Yeah, it was kind of high-pitched like that.
Jaguar asked the pertinent question. What was Coconuts Records and tapes called before the 70s? Before the 70s?
Wasn't it Peaches?
It was Peaches, right.
Peaches Records, yeah. Those were stores in Northeast Ohio.
I remember a shooting gallery at Randall Park Mall that you shoot a skunk, it moves. I don't remember that one.
Yeah, I don't remember that. But yeah, those Halloween decorations, that ghost sound, that'll be like embedded into my brain forever.
Paul Booster says the talking pumpkin head on Carrington at West 130th. I don't know that one.
Talking pumpkin.
That sounds really cool.
That does sound really cool.
Wow. Peaches, yeah. Peaches was huge. You could still find stuff out there. It turns up at thrift stores. You could obviously find on eBay.
Those Peaches Records crates are very sought after. Any memorabilia from the Peaches Records store.
Now
those are very collectible.
Now here's something, and I do have this shirt available, a logo I recreated from an old advertisement. A store called J.P. Snodgrass.
Snodgrass?
J.P. Snodgrass
What was that?
It was like a boutique. Okay?
What a name.
Back in
Snodgrass.
so back in the late 70s, early 80s, boutiques were a big thing, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And so Uncle Bill's, which was like a Walmart, it was a department store back in the day. Instead of carrying certain items, like they wouldn't carry them in their regular store, they would have this like in-store boutique, and one of them was called J.P. Snodgrass. I remember it was in the back. They would sell like...
So it was like almost, a store within a store.
It was almost like a head shop, sort
Yeah.
of, but they would sell jeans. There's some advertisements we have where WMMS, which was a big radio station here, the Buzzard, they would sell jeans with the MMS Buzzard on them, but you can only get them at J.P. Snodgrass stores.
Wow, I wonder if any of those jeans still exist.
Oh boy, if you find them, they could be good bucks.
That would be cool.
But yeah, J.P. Snodgrass, some people remember that, some people don't.
That's interesting.
Now that's old. People are saying, thanks, Albert.
Yeah.
Anyone remember Flipside Records? Sponge Bong once.
Jeans and records. I guess when you think
Yes.
of records, you want to wear cool jeans.
Lofty Moose is right. Now, there was a record there. They would sell jeans and that's what it really was. Jeans and records.
Jeans and records.
There
Why
was,
not?
There was a record. I could probably look it up, but it was like a story record. It was called Mr. Hologram or Dr. Hallow, Halo, I think it was, at a rainbow. He was a superhero with a rainbow costume, I remember that.
I don't know.
I don't know why I remember that.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, not familiar with that one.
I tell you, it's interesting, like the experiences people have and then don't have. I mean, because the experience before, like shopping malls, before, when we were younger in the 70s and 80s and the 60s.
It was the big department stores.
You had the department, exactly.
Yeah.
And they had everything,
See, I saw the tail end of that because I remember Higbee's, I remember May Company. But then, and then late 80s, 90s, like the malls were starting to take over. But then you would have some of those department stores would be like attached to the mall. And then like for Christmas and Halloween, do you guys remember like walking through the mall and they'd have all the cool displays? Like all the cool decorations, or they would have like these creepy mannequins. They would dress them up for the different holidays.
See, Will Christmas. I remember the ad for it was Hollow Man. Halo, I think it was like hologram. He was a hologram. See, so I'm not crazy. I remember that.
Richard Taylor, The Sound of Music in Brunswick was my record store in the day. Oh, okay. I remember that store. I remember going there.
Yes, Albert, I remember those candy corn pumpkins that were like candy corn. I totally remember those. That's crazy. Wow. I mean, and that's what the weird thing about...
Wait, what was it? Candy corn that tasted like pumpkin?
Yeah, they were pumpkin-shaped little candy corns.
I do remember those.
Those are cool. Now, see, that's the cool thing about stuff like this. Is that what's really weird about memory is that obviously we have so much stimuli and influence every day of our lives that there's stuff that you remember but you forgot until someone brings it up. You're like, boom, mind blown. You're like, oh yeah, I didn't forget about it, but now that you bring it up, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dago's Randall Park Mall. Halloween time was great. Yes, it was.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, you're right about that. Okay, so Terminal Tower, that's another downtown spot in Cleveland, Ohio that was huge.
Mm-hmm.
Still is.
They still have a movie theater down there.
Al Martin, you are correct. Candy corn is so good because it's all corn syrup. But
Ooh.
I don't know, it's like buttery. It's good.
Starship Earth.
Who said that?
Jaguars.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
okay.
So
Well,
Starship Earth, they used to have two locations. One was
No, they didn't.
No?
They had one.
They had one location and then they moved.
I grew up in
I'm trying to remember what you told me about
I grew up
that.
in Cleveland, Ohio. I grew up
Yeah.
in Cleveland, like proper Cleveland. East 55th Broadway, what they call now Slavic Village, which Slavic Village was only the Fleet area at one point, right? But now if you look at a map or whatever, they've recently called the whole area of Broadway Slavic Village.
Yeah, I think because they're trying to bring it back.
Right. It's part of the, gentrification, I guess, whatever. But I grew up across the street from St. Eliza's Hospital, which is not even there anymore. They destroyed it. It was actually rebuilt twice, but now it's gone. So I grew up in front of, across from that hospital. I was actually born at St. Eliza's Hospital. Believe it or not, my monkey butt was born there. So, but long story short, TMI.
Yes.
Grew up, and Starship Earth actually had their first store on Broadway. Okay, it was like around the corner of, kind of close to the corner of Broadway, East 55th of Broadway.
Oh, so they moved later.
Yes, and that was a really sad day because the best thing growing up, man, growing up on that street walking down the street, you'd smell the latex from the masks. They would have all these great monster masks.
Shelves and shelves of the monster masks.
In the window.
And they still have them.
The blinking
They're still
lights,
in business.
the incense, and you walk into Starship Earth, you're as this young child,
Yeah.
You're just like, all your senses are bombarded by incense. God knows what they had for sale in there, but latex, incense, smells.
All those cool monster masks, all the cool costume stuff.
I loved going there. Now,
Yeah.
they did move to the west side, kind of close to where we are now.
Yeah, they're still in business.
Years
They're
ago.
on the west side now.
I think in the late 80s they moved to the west side.
So, here's hoping things will be good where they could reopen and do it safely.
Spencer Gifts has always been a sex shop.
Spencer's Gifts? Oh, yeah, it's always been more on the adult side.
Yeah, they always had the adult section in the back.
That's more of a grown-up store.
Yeah. When you're young, you walk in there, and you walk into the back to get a boner.
Grim.
What?
Well, this is after hours, but...
Yeah.
Jeez.
Wow. Albert, he bought his first silver electronics where, Albert? I got to go back up there.
What's that?
Marcel Proust got a long novel about that. Got to read all this stuff. Yeah, Starship Earth is still in business. And if you go by their storefront, rubber monster masks in the whole window. It's great.
They still have the shelves and shelves of masks. They've got cool,
the original owners own it.
They have special effects makeup, costume stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, I wonder what...
We've bought some costume things
maybe
from them.
there could be some stuff that you're looking at right now that came from there. I don't know.
Oh, good stuff.
So many good memories.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Late Horror Show said he grew up on Fulton Road near Dairy Mart.
Dairy Mart?
We were hooked on the Dairyman's chip dip.
Dairyman's chip dip. Ooh.
I never,
Are they as good as Lawson's chip dip?
I could pick some up to find out. I don't know. That's hard to beat. It's like anything else, like potato salad or anything. Lawson's chip dip is such a unique thing. I even heard we've heard someone on the Alan Cox show.
Talk about Lawson's chip dip.
Now the girl that's on there, what's her name?
Mary?
Mary. Is she local? I think she must be. I think
She's local, yeah.
So Alan Cox and some of the people that are on the show, they're not. They're transplants from Chicago or whatever.
Yeah, a lot of the other people are from Chicago.
But his current co-host Mary asked him about Lawson's chip dip just a few weeks ago.
Yep.
He goes, I never had it, and she's like, oh, you got, because they were talking about chip dips. Because not all chip dip, not all anything is created the same. That's asinine. Then what's competition out there for? But Lawson's chip dip. Lawson's is not around in America anymore. But if you go to Circle K and you go to their dairy section by the milk, right? You look for that little tub. They have three different sizes.
Circle K still sells them.
Three different sizes of Lawson's branded chip dip. If you not have any, pick it up. You'll be surprised. It's really like it's so different than some of the stuff they sell at the stores, like Dairyman's, which I'm sure is fine, but.
Late Horror Show says Lawson's is number one.
It is.
It's very good.
It's awesome. It's so different.
It's very good. But even though I like them, I love salsa. I love chips and salsa.
Now, let's ask people, what's the best salsa? Because...
Yeah, do you guys have a favorite salsa? Because I'm trying different kinds, and there's a lot of good ones, but,
So my favorite so far, it's been discontinued like that. It was at Aldi. It was called Lime and Cilantro. I don't remember the brand name.
Cilantro lime.
Whatever.
Yeah, and it was in a jar.
It was a little sweet. It had cilantro. It was amazing. Then they discontinued. Then they had black bean and garlic or some other crappy stuff, but not as good as that one.
Sorry, yawning.
Don't
mean to.
Now I'm all hyped. You got me all into the nostalgia. I love it. What stuff?
The oldest.
Connie Cleary. She wants to be talking about Lawson's chip dip.
Yeah.
It's crack. It's so good.
Chip chop ham sandwich and Lawson's chip.
That's Lawson's chip chop ham. Isley's chip chop ham. Yeah.
Chip chop ham.
Isley's chip chop ham.
Yes.
Different.
Yeah, that's still popular.
Okay.
People still get that from the deli.
So Jaguar, I just bought a can. We have a jar of the Chi-Chi's salsa. I went by name. Chi-Chi's was pretty good. I remember going there. The fried ice cream was good. The chimichanga, a lot of their food was good. I think somebody got food poisoning in PA from it a while back, and they closed them all down. But they still offer products that you can buy in stores. Like they have a lot of the taco fixins at the stores you can buy. Chi-Chi's
Yeah,
branded.
Chi-Chi's salsa's all right. I saw you bought some recently. Hack Editor says Aldi's coleslaw is seasonal. Maybe the sales
It's good.
salsa is too.
But
Yeah,
they
their
have a fresh-
coleslaw is good, and so there's a fresh section in Aldi where they have like fresh salsa, where it's like it's all cut up and it's more chunky. And then they also have an organic salsa, and both are really, really good. Like I could eat the whole jar of it. It's so good.
John Biggins is after my own heart here. I think both of our hearts. Taco Bell good, Chipotle bad.
Yeah, I think I have to agree with John. We're not fans of Chipotle, but we do love to order Torgo Bell occasionally.
Yeah, I've had friends of mine make fun of me because I don't like Chipotle not because of the food, because I guess the food's alright, I don't know. But what I don't like is the menu is condescending. You go into, just hear me out. You go into a Chipotle, it's laid out, it says, it almost like talks down, the menu talks down to you.
I noticed that
This
too.
is what you start with. This is what you add. It's like, sorry.
Well, they want to make it very easy to understand.
Like that. I don't like it. So
because when you work with the public, sometimes you get,
Taco Bell is not authentic Mexican food, but it doesn't have to be. It's its own thing, and it's delicious, and that's all I care
junk
about.
food. It's junk food.
It's delicious junk food that's not as junky as other junk food.
Yeah, there was a book I read a long time ago called Eat This, Not That. And
Whoa.
Taco Bell and Subway were like, and we're not endorsing them. No one has paid us to endorse anyone. This is just our opinion. But in that book I read, they were saying like Taco Bell and Subway were the least junky of the fast food places. So just don't eat the Taco Bell beef.
Oh, but well, that's up to you. I mean, don't say that.
In my opinion, anyway.
Right, thank you.
Yeah, that's my opinion.
It.
Other people can have their own opinion.
They can?
They can, yes. I allow it.
Bobby Harvey wants... I had to take a screen grab so I could look it up later. That maybe Lawson's had a Viking mascot in the 80s. I have to look that up. That's interesting.
Yeah, that I don't know of. But that would be cool if they did.
Yeah, because maybe make a t-shirt from
that. But
I know. I
like how
I'm really
whatever.
Not a big Chipotle fan.
This is kind of funny. Any topic we start, it all goes back to eating food. We all talk about food.
Food's great.
Food
keeps you alive.
Food is great. Yeah.
No matter if it's a slushy and a baked pretzel or some gourmet thing, a Ruth Chris meal, steakhouse.
But I noticed that with every and there's nothing wrong with that, but it's just an observation.
Look, even now,
we'll start a topic and then it goes back to talking about favorite
because
foods.
it's so good. Hey, so what's the difference between like a Walmart now, right, and the stores we're talking about? They do have all that stuff. They have what? They have like a dentist and a eyewear thing. And
a hair salon, a bank.
Oh my gosh.
A Subway, a McDonald's.
Walmart's becoming a mini mall. It's just within itself.
Yeah, the Walmart is almost like a mini, the big box stores.
They should just change the name to Mallmart.
We shouldn't specify to one company.
Well, but they should change the name to Walmart. Well, Target could do the same thing if they wanted to.
And Target does. Some Targets have a Starbucks and a Pizza Hut.
Well, but Costco, same thing though. Costco has a full menu of food.
Well, and that's going back to the Hills, the Woolworths. These department stores would have a lunch counter. They would have a snack bar.
That goes back to the 50s, though. 40s
and that goes even
before that.
Yeah, and that goes back farther to the other department stores before that. It's just a thing of convenience. Like, oh, you're shopping. Hey,
might as well get something to eat.
Are you hungry? Yeah, buy more stuff.
Does your hair look awful? Go get your hair done. Can you see effing everything? No, then go get your eyes checked out, idiot.
There are some big box stores that have an optometrist.
Just ate a bunch of food at the Taco Bell or the Subway at wherever. Go get a colonoscopy. I mean, they could do it all there. I'm waiting for all that to
I
pop
don't know
up.
if I would trust a colonoscopy from a big box store.
But don't forget, those places also usually have like Sears and Walmart. Remember, they have an auto department place too.
Yeah. Kmart used to have an automotive department. You could go get your film developed.
Now, do you think we'll have anything like that here on our show? When you're watching our show, we'll get your car fixed. We have Goober in the back there.
No.
That ain't gonna happen?
No.
Well, whatever.
No.
Have a taco.
Not with our budget, no.
I just scrape whatever's on the floor up and put it in a shell, and there you go.
No, we're not doing that.
Budget?
No.
We can't even afford a budget.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how poor we are.
We're not doing that.
Anyway, yeah. So, Yeah, it's amazing. It's interesting.
Just no, Grimm. No.
We get we get it all. Original Cookie Company.
Oh, Original Cookie.
Hey, one of the cool things though about, and you remember this too,
I remember they had them downtown. I remember my mummy would take us on the RTA, and we would go downtown and get the Original Cookie. A big chocolate chip cookie.
Walmart.
Oh,
Hey,
so good.
but one of the other cool smells that you associate with the past, if you grew up, in the last 3 decades, or 4 decades, anyway, at least 5 for sure, is this the peanuts place. What was that called? Fanny Farmers? Or that was a chocolate place?
I don't know that one.
There were some peanut places. There was definitely one on the corner in downtown Cleveland, right on Ontario.
So it was a store that sold assorted nuts?
Oh my God, the smell. What was the name? Does anyone remember the name of the?
There's like roasted peanuts and stuff.
But they also had one in Randall Park Mall, not too far from the Orange Julius. Hi-yo!
Oh, Orange Julius was yummy.
And Hot
too.
Sam, the pretzel place. Remember that?
Hot Sam.
Yeah.
That sounds like it's more than just
and then
pretzels.
hot dog on a stick.
That was a real thing?
Yeah.
I don't remember those
Yeah,
places.
the peanut places smelled so good. I remember they had the roasted peanuts.
I do remember Johnny Rockets.
That was way later.
But that was later. That was like 90s. Yeah. Johnny Rocket was at some of the malls.
Peterson's Nut House at whatever that was. Yeah, hot bags of peanuts.
Ellen loves Orange Julius.
And before most of us was the Forum downtown. I remember that. Now that was it was a restaurant that was like what do they call it?
Like a lunch counter? Like
cafeteria
a cafeteria.
Style. Yeah, where you
get a tray.
And you went around. Yeah. The Forum. I remember that though. As a kid, we used to go there.
Albert says, "Get your mind out of the gutter." I should.
Anyone remember Beef Corral?
Beef Corral.
Oh, Beef Corral.
It sounds like a feeding trough.
I love Beef Corral. Way better than Golden Corral. Not
Golden Corral. Sorry, that's just my opinion though.
No. There's no. Yeah, Beef Corral had a really good food.
Yikes. Now.
Ellen Bloom says the hangover always makes her hungry. I wonder why.
Yeah. Get the munchies when you watch The Hangover.
Yeah, Popcorn Company had all the popcorn, the tins, and everything. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They used to have the kiosks set up in the middle with the popcorn tins, like around Christmas time.
Now more than ever. I mean, now recently, with the past month, this stuff is really crazy.
We miss
nostalgic,
it.
Right?
Yeah, we miss it.
A&W, Ellen Bloom. Okay, now I think I might have talked about this before, but there are A&W restaurants around now, but they're nothing like the way they were. And I hate to sound like the old man talking about
back in my day.
The way things were back in my day. But I remember.
Well, you do.
I'm telling you, there's a difference. A&W used to be like Sonic. Okay, there was a place you could drive up to. It was a drive-in place, right?
Yeah.
You come out, take your order, and the food was deep fried. And the worst animal fat, but tasted so good.
Blech.
You had the mama burger, the papa burger, and the baby burger.
And then the heart attack burger.
Oh, I'm still alive.
I'm just kidding.
They had the onion rings and the fried mushrooms. And the root beer. Oh. I still have my little mini mug, my little glass A&W mug somewhere.
Oh, jeez.
So good. Totally remember that, Ellen. Totally. That was funny. A treat after elementary school as a kid.
Yeah, I don't remember that one.
I loved it.
Don't remember that one.
Arnold's Drive-In from Laverne and Shirley or Happy Days.
Isn't it Happy Days?
It might have been. They might have had Arnold's.
Yeah, they had an Arnold's. I don't know if that's a real thing.
Yeah, Hot Sam was good. That was the pretzels from the mall. I guess that was
Nothing is as good as it used to be. Well, and I don't know
that's a relative.
Well, and here's the thing: we don't know if it's just us having a fuzzy nostalgic feeling, thinking that everything was better.
No, it's all relative.
Or if. We don't know. It's kind of...
We do know.
You have these memories, and it's like, oh, that was fun, but...
I will guarantee you, if you could fast forward yourself somehow to 50 years from now, you're going to hear some old person pining away how great Justin Bieber was. Oh, remember Billie Eilish? How awesome was Billie Eilish? How awesome was Sonic? No offense. This is not an endorsement or an actual attack, but I've had Sonic food. I'm not really a big
I never
fan.
liked Sonic. I think Sonic is more popular for the different flavored pop, like the soda.
Maybe, but their burgers and food not so tasty.
Because they had all these they had a million different flavors of soda pop.
And I'm going to even really go crazy, go out to the West Coasters out there, okay, to In-N-Out Burger. I've only been In-N-Out Burger once. Not that good. I think McDonald's tastes better than In-N-Out. I'm just saying.
I don't like McDonald's, so.
Well, I'm just saying.
My
But I'm
opinion.
comparing what people
So I probably wouldn't like In-N-Out Burger.
Go, to coin a phrase from my lineage, ape S over.
Well, and I didn't like the Five Guys restaurant either.
Oh, not wrong.
I don't like the Five Guys burger place.
You're wrong.
I don't.
That that's a good hamburger.
The whole restaurant's coated in grease. Like the tables,
the flavor of that hamburger. So
everything is like coated in like a film of grease when you walk in there.
That's okay.
I'm sorry, it's just not my jam.
Yeah, Jaguar says we'll talk about how cool the Friday nights were with the Hairy Scary Hangover. See, it will be
new memories. There you go.
Look, there are probably still people alive that talk about how great general stores were. I remember sold something on eBay.
Grimm sold something.
Booty?
What'd you sell?
Blockbuster Video Rugrats Play Pack. Oh, it's just a pack of garbage. I bought it for a quarter. I sold for $20. Boom. All right.
It's not garbage. It's someone else's treasure.
You know what I mean. No, it's good stuff.
Someone else will treasure it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Ellen, you're right. I'm with you. Girl, Five Guys, hamburgers, cheeseburgers, whatever. And I don't get the junior, the biggest, the large, the regular's too big for me.
See, I'm one of those rare people, I guess, that miss salad bars, and I
now you can't go to a salad bar.
I miss the Ruby Tuesdays salad bar.
What, for 4 weeks ago you were there?
From about 6 weeks ago.
You're lucky you don't got nothing going on with you.
I know, and the salad bars are germy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that can be a breeding ground.
Does anyone out there like what do you call the buffets?
I don't know if there's any buffets that are worth going to anymore.
Does anyone like them out there, though?
I don't know. Do you let the people comment?
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Red Robin overacted, huh? Yeah, Ellen, I do too. The small burger.
Connie says she loves salad bars.
So when you go to Five Guys, the small burger is plenty. It's big. And then you get that bag of greasy French fries. Oh my God, so good.
Raymond says Corona bar. Yeah, pretty much. Yes. Pretty much. Yeah.
Change it to Corona bar.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. What do you mean the beers? No. The fever, baby.
Oh my God.
You don't want that. Corona Corral. I just made it up. So I just made it up.
I don't think buffets and salad bars are gonna last anymore after this.
You know, I remember there was a place
because of all the germs
over in Southgate area. There was a thing called not the Braumeister. That's the Hofbrauhaus, or it was another one. It was a smorgasbord. Okay, I can't think of it. Something house.
Well, it's okay. You're getting asked, what do you think of Chicago-style pizza? Like Chicago deep dish? Oh, that's good.
Pizza Uno? It's really good.
Chicago pizza's good.
You can't get it here.
Yeah, there's
the frozen
Cleveland
kind
has a lot of good pizza places.
But if you can't get it here, let us know.
Chicago is known for their awesome pizza.
I used to go to a Pizzeria Uno in Virginia Beach when I lived back there, and oh my God, they'll lay you right out. One piece, you're done. That crap is thick with cheese and that.
New York has good pizza too.
Oh, New York, the big flat pieces, they're delicious.
Yeah, New York has some good pizza. Pizza in general is usually
hard to mess up.
Yeah, it's hard to mess up. Most pizza I enjoy.
There's some pizza that I'm sitting there going, it's a very kind of,
I love
there's
pizza.
nothing to write home about. I wouldn't even pick. There's a few that I really like. They're good. What's the one that was in the mall or they had them in the malls, but they were also in airports. Not San Diego.
That I don't know. I haven't gone to many airports.
I can't think.
So I don't know.
Yeah, New York pizza's pretty darn good. Chuck E. Cheese pizza, not so good.
Chuck E. Cheese pizza was pretty much cardboard.
That stuff didn't get good until they started letting adults drink at Chuck E. Cheese, which is pretty recently.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, they couldn't.
That must be. Wasn't there like a fight at a Chuck E. Cheese?
All the time.
Like last year, there were like parents like duking it out.
Yeah, Chuck E. Cheese. No offense, Chuck E. Cheese. I'm just saying. I'm sure the rest of your entertainment's great. I've seen the kids. I've been to them things and they're great, but the pizza's horrible.
Well, we should probably wrap this up soon.
Yeah, rectangle pizza's good too. You know.
I'm getting tired, guys.
I like talking about pizza.
I know. Pizza is yummy. Pizza places where you could buy a slice.
Let me say something real quick.
Okay.
Will Chisman says, Golden Corral can get bent. They say you can dip anything and the chocolate wonderfall, and that's a lie. That I don't know about because one of the last time. Let me tell you something real quick. I won't say this is Golden Corral or not. Let's put it that way. But at one of these
a buffet place.
Buffet places. We won't say who. Okay, we won't say who. I personally went to one of these buffet places, not saying which one, and saw young kids go up there and put their hands in the chocolate, the fountain, and then they were dipping everything. The kid that had something on a plate to dip it in there. But the worst story was through a friend of mine.
Like
again,
chicken wings, just putting anything in there.
Not saying what place, but it's definitely one of these, what they call it.
Like a buffet place. A buffet place.
A couple sat down. One guy was, I'll just say he was like a very hungry type of guy. Well, his wife, he couldn't get up to get his food, so his wife got up and got his food. She came back. This is a friend of mine who wouldn't go back to this place because he saw this, and it freaked him out. He went with his family.
Oh, jeez.
Because they all wanted to go.
Yeah.
So they're watching this other couple at a table, a different table.
Yeah.
The wife brings back a plate, a massive plate full of food. And one of the things on the plate was a chicken breast, not a deboned chicken breast, a fully boned with the ribs, that kind of chicken breast with the ribs in it and everything, between two pieces of bread. This individual that couldn't get up to get his own food proceeded to take this chicken breast with the bones in it sandwich, right?
Oh my gosh.
And like a troll, eat the whole thing, bones and all.
Maybe he wasn't really human.
Like a troll. And a friend of mine who's like kind of sensitive.
What the?
You wouldn't think this guy's sensitive, but he's a very sensitive guy. Said, that's it, can't come back here. Freaked him out. So this human being, like a troll, maybe he wasn't a human being, ate the whole, didn't take the bones out and put them outside, ate everything, crunched them with his big troll teeth.
I think I could top your story, though.
Oh, please do.
Okay, so one time, a long time ago, with a date, went to a buffet place, and there was someone who sat at, like, the table next to us, another couple. One of them, I don't know who, smelled like they used the bathroom right there in their pants, right there at the table. So there's the buffet.
Right.
You've got your plate of food, and you're smelling like fresh number two, like they shat themselves at the table.
Was there a baby there or no?
No, these were
adults.
These were adults. These were adults.
Holy mackerel!
And we got up. We talked to the staff saying we have to leave. And we got our refund and we left. And I never went back to that buffet type of place ever again.
I'm not even kidding around.
Again,
not naming any names, but was it a buffet place with someone at the time? And we watched a couple change their baby right on the bench that they were sitting on. Right there in the restaurant. Not taking the baby back to that stupid thing that flaps down in the bathroom. That they would get changed right there on the bench.
I'm going to check the comments.
So there you go.
I just puked.
So.
Yikes.
Very funny.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. So we went from talking about department stores that had Halloween
to people crapping their pants at restaurants.
Our favorite memories of the way department stores smelled and what they had available in them.
To talking about smells we don't like.
To talking about smells we don't really care for, but there you go.
So this is the Hairy Scary Hangover. You never know what we're going to talk about next.
I'm not going to say what place it was. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah, we're not going to say the establishment name.
And it wouldn't matter.
I think you guys can all guess.
These places are still pretty golden. They don't really...
It's a very
shut down.
cheap buffet place.
Yeah, and there are many. I've never been a huge fan. Because, again, one of my pet peeves of going to any buffet, I don't care what it is, whether it's a salad buffet in a place, the whole place is a buffet.
People being germy.
The person in front of you.
Unclean.
Forget about all this what's going on now.
Yeah.
But I was always turned off by the person in front of you putting their hand on the same serving ladle that you have to pick up if you want that same stuff after they do. They pick it up, they put their food, they plop their food on a plate, put it down. Oh, there's a little glob of whatever it was. They'll lick their fingers, and then they'll pick up the next ladle.
Ugh.
Can't do it. Sorry. They don't.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to exist anymore after this.
Well, that's true, too. It makes me wonder how a lot of these... Oh, that's a good
I think
question.
I said that earlier, and I think...
Without naming any names?
In my opinion, these buffet places and salad bar places won't survive.
You need a... You need to wear a sneeze guard on top of the sneeze guard being there. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Jeez, Chinese buffet. Oh, I miss those so much, Bobby.
Yeah, Chinese buffets are good.
Any buffet, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I like the little sushi bars they would have, like the
God.
different Asian restaurants. I miss those. The California roll is yummy.
Well, John Piggins. Now that's something that could have been brought up any time throughout the past. You know, since humans have been doing restaurants. He says it creeps me out to think thousands of people that have used a spoon you're eating with. Well, you know, remember Jack Nicholson in As Good as It Gets, the movie As Good as It Gets? When he would go to a restaurant, he'd bring his own silverware.
Makes sense.
Because of that. So
Yeah.
why not? Why can't I do that?
Makes sense. Well, gang, we should wrap this up. I am one tired mummy. But
well, something, you know, but then again, maybe buffets could actually provide a source of immunity because, you know, like they say, herd immunity. Because
no, because if you have a health condition or are older, at risk,
well, now,
you know that buffet could kill someone.
Oh man.
So
let's not go there.
Yeah. So let's not go there.
All right. So what we do hope is that you all had a good time tonight on the Hairy Scary Hangover.
Yes.
Episode 15, right? It's our 15th one.
Episode 15. So thank you guys for watching. Hit the like button. Hit subscribe. Check out our other videos here on YouTube and on Facebook. Good night. Good fright.
And we'll see you next Friday right here on the Mummy and the Monkey's
Hairy Scary
Hangover. Oh my stars and garters. Where's my ice pack? Ooh, my head is throbbing.
Night, guys.